Warning, the acts you are about to see have been designed, rehearsed, and will be performed live by highly trained, experienced individuals. Many of these acts are extremely dangerous. Under no circumstances should they be tried by viewers at any time.
This is Phenomenon. We're live, and on this eerie Halloween night, the only thing certain is elimination. Last week, our first 4 competitors attempted to amaze you with their mental skills. America has spoken, and now 2 must go home. Did Ehud Segev leave you mesmerized? Will Jim Carroll continue his journey into the unknown? Can Erin Raven defy elimination? Will Jerry McCambridge be able to predict his fate? Only you, America, have the answers. 2 masters of the mind. 10 extraordinary talents. But only one can become the phenomenon. Good evening. The live search to find America's phenomenon takes an unsettling turn. Tonight, you will witness many shocking and disturbing feats of the mind that will alter your view of what is possible and impossible. Later, we will be venturing into the world of the paranormal as one of our competitors attempts to make contact with the dead, whilst others will be risking their lives. It's going to be an unforgettable Halloween. Here to give their verdict on tonight's performances are 2 masters of the mind. Please welcome from A&E's Mind Freak, Chris Angel. And the mesmerizing Uri Geller. Also taking part in tonight's Mind Games, our special guest, TV host and former Miss USA, Shandy Finnessy. He was so funny last week, we invited him back for more mental torture from The Tonight Show. Ross Matthews. And actress and singer, Raven Simone. Welcome to Phenomenon. Everything happening on this stage tonight will be completely live. There are no retakes and no second chances. Most importantly, our guests have not rehearsed with any of our competitors. Raven, can you confirm that this is true?
Yes, I can.
Thank you very much. You and your votes alone will decide who wins the $250,000 prize and becomes the phenomenon. In a few moments, 2 will be leaving the competition. But who will it be? Determined to stay, please welcome last week's competitors.
Thank you. I'm Jim Carroll, the psychic madman, and I have a special Halloween treat for everyone tonight. Young lady, can you stand up? What is your name?
Mandy.
Mandy. Think of a deck of cards right now. Imagine just one card. Are you ready? Name it.
2 of hearts.
Hold your hands up in the air. Now look down your shirt, Mandy. Just look down your shirt, really. Pretty cool, huh? Let me see. The 2 of hearts. Have a nice hand for Mandy, everybody. All right. Thank you.
Have you ever taken a balloon, rubbed it on your hair, and stuck that against the wall? That's static electricity, right? Here, rub your hands, rub your hands, rub your hands. Here, tell me if you feel this, Raven. Do you feel that heat?
Yeah.
You do, huh? Here, you feel that heat?
No.
No? Do you feel it
Yeah.
now? Yeah, is that hot?
Yeah.
Let me borrow your sunglasses for a minute.
Good thing I had them.
Great. Keep on rubbing your hands, please. And we're gonna focus all of our energy. Raven, would you put your left hand on my right hand right there? Just like that. Shandy, put your, there, you got it. Now focus your energy on those glasses. In your mind, see them start to move. Just in your mind, see them slowly start to move. Keep on focusing. Keep on focusing. Keep on thinking about it.
Shut up!
Grab him. Grab him. Grab him. Make sure to grab him.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
Thank you so much.
Hi there. I'm Jerry McCambridge. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'd like to try something with a mind-body connection. We're going to use my mind, and I'd like to use your body. Would you stand up for a second, my dear? Turn and face. I have a little silhouette of a body here. What I'm going to do is put some little marks on it. So I'm going to put an L here for left. I'm going to put an R there for right. The final marking I'll place on it, you will not see. So close down your eyes. Then I'm going to put a little mark on the card so nobody can see what it is. And I'm going to focus my mind on a part of your body. When I say 3, you're going to take your hand, either one of your hands, and point to any part of your body. Ready? Go. Ooh. So you pointed to your right shoulder?
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's a little mark on the right and the shoulder. Wow. Happy Halloween. Thank you, my friend.
Good evening, I'm Ehud Segev, also known as the Mentalizer, and the cool part is that I have Ross's credit card. Ross, just to confirm for everybody that is watching us at home, did you just give me this credit card?
I just gave you my credit card, yes.
Thank you so much.
No.
Wave of energy right about here, and then I can do this. And the credit just goes up here. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually the easy part. I actually teach it on my website. I want to show you something even better. Watch this. When the card goes all around my body and back into my hand. Okay, what you've just seen is probably 6 years wasted from my childhood. I want to show you the 7th year. It was something like making the card going in between my hands, all over to the other side, and back into my hand.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, thank you. But the coolest part is that Ross now has a revolving credit on this one. That's
How
yours.
did you do that?
Thank you so much.
That's crazy.
They are all incredible, fantastic performances from Jim Carroll, Erin, Jerry and Ehud. And upping the ante on this Halloween night with their amazing mental skills are tonight's 6 new competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the show started, I asked Shandy to think randomly of a place, a person, or a thing that's in your mind. I told her I would be reading her mind. I didn't tell her that the entire United States would be reading her mind also, because when I read somebody's mind, it sort of pulses out. So you're going to take part in this. Shandy, think of it now. It's in your mind. It's a dead person, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. That's appropriate for me. That's all right. Okay. It's a singer, right? Everybody think of the first dead singer that comes to your mind. Shandy, write it on your slip. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand. This is what you thought of Shandy. What do you have? The audience and the United States read her mind. Wild and thunderous applause. Thank you so much.
They say strength comes from within. I believe that things are only as tough and indestructible as you allow them to be. When things look impossible, don't be intimidated. Believe in your dreams. And you will make them a reality.
Let's play 3 flowers and a lady. Are you game? Yes? 3 flowers, you'll pick one, but I will lead you by my suggestion to one specific flower. What is your first name?
Luciani.
Hey, Luciani. If I fail, this $100 bill is yours. Are you interested?
Yes.
Okay, have a look at them. A rose, a lily, and a daisy. Now look into my eye. Into my eye. And now, pick out one. You're picking out the lily. Hey, there's a little note attached. Remove the 2 other flowers. Is there anything there? Nothing. Would you mind reading out what's on that note?
I will lead you to the lily.
I will lead you to the lily.
Hi, I'm Guy Bobley. As master of the mind, you're able to read people's thoughts through physical gestures and emotions. I want to show you exactly what it is. Hey, Ross, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Ross, can you swear that we didn't plot this before and nothing is prearranged between us?
I swear, yes.
That's very good. I believe you. Ross, no. I want you to think about any number, let's say between 1 to 100. Make it personal if you want.
Okay.
A number between 1 to 100. Do you have it in your mind?
Sure.
Excellent. Now look at me while I'm just touching your pulse.
Oh, nice.
Very well. Okay.
Freaky when you touch me.
Wait for later. Anyway, now look at this. I'm going to write a number behind my back. So even I cannot see it. What is your number?
10.
10? It's very funny because...
How did you pick 10?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Hi, America. My name is Mike Super, and this is, of course, Raven. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Raven, I'm doing very, very well. Thank you for helping me. We're going to try something. I want you to, I have a deck of cards. I want you to just think of a card in your mind. Don't say what it is. Have you got one? Okay. Now, I do not believe in parallel universes. But, Raven, the question is, do you?
Yeah,
You do. Then this should be interesting. Check this out. All right? The shadow of my hand in another universe. Watch. If you believe. Could you see the movement?
Yeah,
Watch.
I can see.
In fact, if I push and I snap, one card finds you. What card did you merely think of?
The 3 of spades.
The 3 of spades.
What's up, guys? Wayne Hoffman checking in. We're gonna do a little experiment with Ross. Can you help me out?
Sure.
Do you have a bunch of junk in your pockets? Keys,
Yes, but-
coins, anything like that? Take a handful of stuff out.
All right, yes.
Anything
okay.
metal?
I
Cool.
have
We have
coins.
awesome. Do me a favor, stand up.
Okay.
Here.
All right.
Let me, let's see here. We'll grab one of the coins. We'll use a quarter. You can put the rest away because
Okay.
we won't be needing it. I have
Okay.
a marker. I want you to take the marker, uncap it, and your name's Ross. So put a big R right there on the coin. That way you know there's no funny business later, okay?
Gotcha.
I need the marker back. I
There
want a
you
budget.
go. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Hold out your hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the coin in your hand. I want you to squeeze it. Turn
Okay.
your hand like this,
Uh-huh.
and don't move. Now, you don't feel anything weird, do you?
No.
It's just a quarter sitting
Just
in
a
your
quarter.
hand. When I go like this towards your hand, I want you to begin to rub the quarter between your fingertips.
All right.
And you're actually gonna feel it bend while it's in your hand.
Shut up.
Watch. Start rubbing it now. Do you feel it bending?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
You feel it, don't
Yes,
you?
I feel it bending!
Stop.
Ah.
Let's take a
Oh,
look.
I don't want to. Oh, my God. I'm magic.
You are. If you have a dent in your car, call me. Here you go.
Can I see that?
You can. That's good. They are all fantastic, but only one can become the phenomenon. Our first elimination is happening next. Ehud, Jerry, Erin, and Jim Carroll. Who will stay and who will go? Find out in a moment. Plus, Uri Geller presents a live, mind-bending challenge that will leave America mystified. We'll be right back. This is Phenomenon. Coming up, elimination strikes 2 of our extraordinary competitors. But first, Uri's here with another mystifying performance, and he's counting on you, America, to get involved. Uri?
Hey, Tim, thank you. Now, everyone focus. Here we have the sun. Around the sun, we have the 9 planets that make up our solar system. Very soon, you're going to think of a planet and make a series of moves. By me guiding your thoughts At the end of this exercise, I should know exactly which planet you've landed on. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to spell out a planet in a clockwise direction. For example, if your planet is Mars, point your finger to Neptune and begin with Jupiter. You'll spell M-A-R-S and end up on Mercury. Are you ready to start? Come to the TV set. Okay, think of any planet. Now place your finger on Neptune and spell out the planet you've selected in a clockwise direction, letter by letter. Go ahead. All right, you're now on your new freely chosen planet. Spell the letters of the new planet you've landed on, continuing in a clockwise direction. Now, if you pass Neptune, that's okay. Okay, I don't believe you are on Pluto. And since Pluto is no longer considered a planet in our solar system, it can go away. Now, moving clockwise, spell out the name of your new planet. Remember, you chose which planet to start with. You have been in control all the time. But despite the fact that I'm here in the studio and you are at home, I'm pretty sure I've been able to guide your thoughts. I know you are not on Neptune, so it can go away too. Now continue clockwise. Please spell out your planet. Very interesting. You are not on Uranus or Mercury, so we'll get rid of those two. Now we are nearly there. I want you to spell out this last planet you've landed on. Remember, move clockwise again. I am here, you are there, but I believe that you have landed on planet Venus. Much energy. Cheers.
I'm very glad that we didn't end on Uranus, Yuri. So, did the challenge work for you? Log on to NBC.com and tell us. We'd love to hear. Last week, 4 of our competitors set out to amaze you, and it seems their mental abilities weren't the only thing being pushed to the limit.
Can you hold this for me, Ross, for a second? Carmen, can you please open your eyes for me?
Yes.
Can you please show everybody where you felt that touch?
My chest.
Oh my God, I don't like it. So much.
That's just to prove to you all how connected we really are.
No pain! No pain! And your celebrity is Jeff Goldblum? Jeff Goldblum! All right, hand for these two right here. Unbelievable! Oh, man.
5, 4.
One more time.
5, 4.
Not only did I figure out the number she chose, I also figured out the places she'd put the blanks. Reach inside your envelope, the 2 on the 2 end, because we're looking for 2 X's there. Show everybody what you have. There's 1 X. There's another X. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
They're definitely on edge. America has voted. It's time to find out who's leaving the competition. Ehud, Jim Carroll, Erin and Jerry. All of you have incredible minds, but are you able to predict your fate? If you sense you are staying in the competition and you think you could still be the phenomenon, step forward now. Interesting. Aaron. Congratulations, you're safe and through to next week's live show. Please leave the stage. Ehud, Jim and Jerry, one of you is staying, two of you are going home. What is your intuition telling you now? Well, find out America's decision when we return. Welcome back. We're live. And just moments ago, Aaron Raven discovered he still could become the phenomenon. But who is leaving the competition? Well, let's find out. Ehud, Jim and Jerry. Two of you are going home. One of you is staying. Ehud, you want to become the phenomenon. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. You're going home. I'm sorry, please come and join me. So, who will be joining Ehud? Jerry? Congratulations, you're through to next week's live show. Please leave the stage. Which means, Jim, I'm sorry, you're out of the competition. Come and join me too. Ehud, Jim, you were both fantastic, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. If we start with you, Ehud, how disappointed are you?
Not disappointed at all, actually. I'm very happy that I had this opportunity. And I think that the two guys that won are the best ones. I mean, I can tell you, I'm sure one of them will be the phenomenon. And I made great friends in this show, so it's wonderful.
Very gracious. And Jim, do you agree with America's decision?
Yeah, I feel the same as Ehud. Those two guys are great. Hung out for the last 3 weeks. But I'm coming home to my wife and kids, and that's all that matters.
Well, I think you are both amazing, really do. Ehud and Jim, everyone, thank you. Thank you. So, Ehud and Jim are not the phenomenon. And now our next six will perform for your votes. Our first competitor believes he can not only read your thoughts, but influence them as well. Meet Wayne Hoffman.
I know what people think. I know what they'll do before they do it, and I get in their heads and mess with them. The favorite part is watching people's reactions, watching them freak out. I get a thrill out of it. I've taken 10 years out of my life and dedicated it to studying and reading and interacting with people. And just by looking at a person, the way they dress, move, act, and speak, I know exactly what's going through their mind at that moment. Is what I do a little bit mischievous? Of course. I like to read the girl's mind and get her phone number. It's a little bit more my style. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm on Earth. To come out and freak people out.
Coming up, Wayne Hoffman goes all out to prove that his mind is a powerful weapon. Will he succeed? Find out when we return. Welcome back to Phenomenon. We're live on Halloween, and concentration is key for our next competitor. Here's Wayne Hoffman.
What's up, guys? You ready? You ready? Let's get into it. I have a question. Do you guys think it's possible to get inside someone's mind and have any influence over their actions? Well,
Tonight we're gonna find out. You see, 1 month ago to the day, I made a prediction that's either gonna make or break my career right here on live television. And in order to do this little experiment, we're gonna use one of our celebrity guests. Shandy, can you help me out?
Yes.
Cool, let's welcome her to the stage. Come on, give it up! Awesome. Don't you guys wish it were that easy at a nightclub? I need a beautiful woman. Come to me. It doesn't work that way. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
You're gonna get inside my mind?
I'm ready to get inside your mind.
Usually guys get inside my... Try to get inside.
Thank you, good night. Never mind. Let me explain before we go any further. This is right here, right now, is the first time you and I have ever met, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's very important. You weren't asked to write anything down backstage, nothing sneaky.
No.
I'm a skeptic too, I get it, okay? But we've never met.
No.
What I'm gonna ask you to do, let me explain. Take a step back right here on this
really
board.
fast.
I'm gonna be asking you to draw an image right here on this board with one of these markers, okay? Now, step over here for a moment. I wanna explain something. If you feel any influence at any time during this experiment, I want you to fight it, because I don't want any anger coming my way later. I don't want you to think I manipulated you, okay?
My heart's beating really fast.
It is? Mine too, believe me. Anyway, what I'm going to ask you to do right now is there an image in your mind you think you could draw?
Anything?
Yes? Did you have an image in your mind?
I have one.
Okay, I want you to think of it now.
Okay.
And now change your mind.
All right.
And now change your mind again.
Oh, well, good God. All right.
Okay, you've settled in on an image?
Yeah.
Cool. Step over here. We have markers. They smell good, but don't try that at home. Okay. I want you to draw the image right here. And by the way, it doesn't matter if your artwork is good or bad. Just draw it here. You have about 10, 15 seconds. And while she does that, I want you guys to check out a video clip of something I did about a month ago. Check this out. All right, guys. So I'm here, and my man Mike is about to ink up my arm. This is what you call an extreme prediction. And I think this officially proves my insanity. Oh, man, here we go. Anybody that says I'm not dedicated to my art, you can kiss my... That's right, guys. 1 month ago, I actually got a tattoo on my arm. This isn't a prediction that I just wrote down on a piece of paper and I can crumble up and throw it away if I'm wrong. This is going to be on my arm for the rest of my life.
What?
I have a tattoo on my arm.
Shut up.
It's going to be here for the rest of my life.
Of what I'm drawing?
Are you finished?
Well, I think I might want to change it now.
What did you draw?
Do you want to see it?
Yeah. What did you draw? A yin yang.
It just says hi, Mom. But yeah, a yin and yang.
Well, that's interesting. Because at the very top of this experiment, if you think back, I took my fingers like this and I said, is it possible to get inside someone's head and have any yin-fluence over their actions? I said, if you feel any yin-fluence at any time, I want you to fight it. Because
you really say that?
I did. And I said, if you feel any influence to fight it, and I don't want any yanger coming my way later. I said, it didn't matter if your artwork was good or bad. And I said, you're going to draw something right here. And you probably didn't even notice this. Check this out. Today, we put a table in your dressing room.
I did notice that, but I thought it was candy.
You thought it was candy. You didn't notice it was a yin-yang, did you? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't.
You didn't notice it, did you?
Not at all.
So is it possible to get into someone's mind and have any influence over their actions?
Shut up, shut up.
Here's your answer.
Let me see.
Touch it. I nailed it.
Wayne, you just influenced Shandy. Do you use this mental suggestion in other walks of life?
I just finally perfected getting out of a speeding ticket, so I use mentalism in practical ways. So yeah, of course.
Shandy, are you shocked? You seem shocked that you guessed a tattoo that he had on his body.
You know, going into my dressing room, I was like, oh, they have rocks. Okay. And I didn't even notice that it was yin-yang. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I think it's even more crazy that he's been in your dressing room.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to our experts over here. Chris, Wayne committed to that performance in a big way. Are you impressed?
Wayne, I have to say, I thought you had a very good energy. I obviously know that you have a commitment to your art, and I respect that. And overall, I thought it was very entertaining. I thought the audience loved it, but he did a great job. Thanks.
Great comment. Uri?
Wayne, you have a lot of charisma, good positive energy. To me, you generated a stylish and cool mental influence over Shandy. I have one concern, though, that if you continue this act, you're very soon going to run out of body space.
Well, a great start to the show, but 3 people will be eliminated next week. Don't let it happen to your favourite. If you think Wayne is the phenomenon, call 1-866-345-6701 or vote at NBC.com. Calls are toll-free from landlines. Voting starts at the end of the show. Next, our lone female competitor plays a startling game of Russian roulette. Don't miss Angela Funovitz live after the break. Welcome back to Phenomenon. It's Halloween, and we're now venturing into the dark side. Coming up, a death-defying feat of mind over body as one competitor attempts to stop his heart. But right now, it's time to meet our only female mentalist who's about to perform a deadly game of Russian roulette live. It's Angela Funovitz.
I'm 20 years old, but I've been doing this about half my life now. Back when I was a little girl, I could wrap Daddy around my little finger like you would not believe. Now that I'm a grown woman, I'd like to see if I'm capable of influencing somebody else. We can use things that are so almost subliminal to influence other people. I want to push myself to prove that I can do this just as well, if not better, than any man. I want to take it upon myself to be a role model for other young females who want to do this and want somebody to look up to. I want to show everybody in America that it can be done by a woman.
Our next performance requires complete mental focus. What you're about to witness is incredibly dangerous and should not be attempted at any time. Angela Funovitz.
Have you ever wanted to tell somebody something, but were forced to hold back? Tonight, I'm going to create that situation, but I won't be the one who's holding back. Ross,
yeah.
Would you please join me on stage?
Okay, don't hurt me.
Yeah, give him a big round of applause. I won't hurt you, I promise. Nice to meet you. Follow me. I will. Here, come around here to my left.
Okay, cool.
Ross,
yes.
What we're about to do is extremely dangerous.
It's a knife.
It's a knife. As you can see, it is very, very sharp. Go ahead and take the knife. By its handle, be very careful. Do not cut yourself.
Okay, I promise I won't.
Perfect. I want you to go ahead and demonstrate that it is indeed very real and very sharp.
Oh, crap, that's a sharp knife.
That's a sharp knife, all right. Ross.
Yes.
I'm going to place it here in one of these bases. Here, I'm going to hand you these cylinders. I just want you to go ahead and cover each base, okay?
Okay, cool. Like, look, I'm nervous. You're freaking me out.
Don't be nervous.
Look at this guy. All right.
Yeah. I'll get that.
Okay.
This one. Okay, now this one's a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, now Ross, in a moment, I'm going to turn my back to you. I want you to begin mixing these bases by sliding them around just like so. Okay, and this is very important. I want you to remember where you leave the knife.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to put up this panel so that you'll be the only one who knows where that knife is.
Oh, this is too much pressure. All right.
Don't be pressured, Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, Ross will be guiding me. He will not know how, but he will be guiding me. Ross, Yeah. I need you to leave that knife where it feels right to you and let me know once you've finished.
Okay. Okay.
You're done. Are
right.
you absolutely positive that you remember where that knife is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sound a little uncertain. I trust
It's
you.
a lot of pressure, but yes.
I understand. Now here, I'm going to take your right hand from you.
Okay.
Just your right hand. Place it gently here on my shoulder.
Okay.
Ross, in a moment, I will be taking my hand and smashing it down on these cylinders one by one. I need for you to center your concentration and focus on the safe places.
Maybe I wasn't the right person for this. Okay.
Ross, I trust in
Okay.
you. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Just give me a second.
Ross, whatever you do, do not tense up and do not try to give me hints, because if you do, you will confuse me. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Ross, at this point, we are down to 2. I just want you to take a step to the left.
Okay.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Do not give it away.
Okay.
Do not give it away. I need you to concentrate on where the knife is not where the knife is.
Where the knife is not?
Where the knife is not.
Okay.
Are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
You freaked me out! Oh my God! I would have had it faultless! I was screaming. Oh no! Oh my
Thank
God!
you. Thank you.
I can't quite understand why you're so nervous. It's finished. My heart was in my mouth then. Can you just show everybody that your hands are fine? You've never had any accidents?
My hands are fine. I'm a little bit shaky, but...
We're joking about this, but people have injured themselves
They
doing this.
absolutely have. I've grown up watching people injure themselves doing it, and now here I am. It's crazy.
So how does that separate you from them? How do you prepare for this?
Wow. Well, when you're doing something like this, there are no second chances. I mean, you have to be completely confident in what you're doing. And Ross, you did a tremendous job, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ross. You are the only girl in this competition. Do you feel you have more to prove?
I feel that because I am the only girl, I have a tremendous responsibility to represent other females who want to be taken seriously in this industry. And I want to be a positive role model for them, and I just want to change the way that people look at mentalism.
Good answer. Ross, did you feel any connection with Angela?
I was screaming in my head. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. I would have had the worst guilt. You would have had a knife in your hand, but the guilt, boy, it would have been horrible.
Audience, were your mouths in your, up here? Or were they down there? Did you think that she did well? Well, let's go over to Chris and Uri. The audience obviously thought this was a fantastic performance. Uri, what did you think?
Angela, I never did understand why most mentalists and mystifiers are men. But you proved to me tonight that you're as good as they are. Wait a minute. Your performance was gripping, but what I like the most is the way you projected your sex appeal and your sensuality. Great show.
Chris, is she better than the boys?
Finally we have girls and mentalism and magic. The days of a girl in leotards getting shoved in a box are over. And with that said, I think you absolutely have innate in your personality an edgy side. I want to see that come out more next week. I want to see you go crazy with your demonstration next week. Let it out.
Definitely scary spice. 3 competitors must go home next week. If you want Angela to stay in the competition, call 1-866-345-6702 or vote at NBC.com. Remember, you can vote up to 10 times by phone and 10 times by web when the lines open at the end of the show. Our next competitor is going to stop his heart using the power of his mind and die for your entertainment. Meet Guy Bavley.
I always was connected to the unknown, and throughout my childhood trying to break through the fact that I'm different from others. When I was young, I was very overweight, very fat, very unaccepted by the society and friends. I looked back into it. It was one of my things to prove to the society that I can be special, doesn't matter how I look. My way of doing this was through being the center of attention, transforming myself from being this outsider kid and showing people that I am special in my own way. But over the years, especially now, I gain maximum control over my body. I'm going to take the control to a completely different level.
Guy is now in intense preparations for his heart stop. As you can see, Guy's having his pulse taken by a registered nurse. He's also been given a clean bill of health. Dr. Jonas Kunart is here. Doctor, it seems impossible that a man could stop his heart by mental will alone. What are the dangers that he could face?
Well, if the heart stops, the blood circulation is stopped. And that causes a lack of oxygenation that can lead to severe brain damage and ultimately to death.
Our team of paramedics are also standing by. Don't miss Guy Bavley's death-defying heart stop when we return. The live phenomenon continues right now as Guy Bavley attempts an extraordinary mental feat. He says he is able to bring his heart to a deadly stop just by using his mind. If Guy stops his heart, the lack of oxygen to his brain could result in death or irreversible brain damage. In case of emergency, our medical team will step in and resuscitate him. Guy has requested the audience remain completely silent so that he can focus. Under no circumstances should this be attempted at any time. Here's Guy Bavley.
Good evening. I believe that before we challenge others, we should test our own personal limits first. And this is why tonight I am going to challenge myself, and I will take it to the extreme. I am nervous because I have my lovely fiancée here. And I will attempt in front of her and America to stop my heart and put my life on the line. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, I will try to die tonight for your pleasure. Thank you very much, Raven, for coming. You realize that I am putting my life in your hands.
Yes.
Marla, can you please connect me to those machine? Marla is connecting me to an EKG machine, which basically monitors the heart from 4 different positions. Those monitors are basically showing us all the heart activity from each and every way. Marla, you probably connected many people in the past to those machines, is that correct?
Yes, I have.
So you know that this is my heart.
Yes, it is.
We all know that our heart works on electrical charge. But if you shut this charge off, the heart stops. I will try tonight to control my electrical charge and to bring it to where I need it to. I will do so using the power of the mind, taking over maximum physical control over my body. And then rationally, I will slow my heartbeat till it reaches a complete stop. Raven, I can feel your senses.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Do you see the vein here when you usually touch the pulse? Can you just very gently touch it, please? Okay. Now, can you please touch it here? Did you feel the electricity a little bit?
Yes, I did. It was a spark. Delicious.
That's okay. It just means that I'm on my way. Ladies and gentlemen, when a person dies or the heart stops from working in a hospital, you usually have the doctors bringing those reviving machines, shocking that person back to life. What is the name of the...
A defibrillator.
Sorry. Excuse me?
A defibrillator.
Defibrillator. In my case, we have this machine here, but in my case, I will try to charge myself and then shock myself back. We'll see what happens. Can you please sit back, sit here. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to be here instead of me. Can you please touch my hand, my pulse? Can you please touch my pulse? Having a machine, a medical machine is one thing, but I like the human touch because humans cannot lie. Do you feel the pulse?
I do.
Do you feel the pulse?
I do.
Excellent. Can you please take the bell on the other side? And each time you feel the pulse, ring the bell. So if you feel it right now, ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to do here is extremely dangerous and can be fatal. Please, please do not try this at home. And now if you can all just try to breathe with me while I'm shutting myself off.
Well, as you can tell, this is live. This has not happened in rehearsals. Come over here and tell us exactly what happened. Why did you jump? What happened exactly? I can see you're shocked, genuinely shocked. We're glad to see that you're here.
His heart stopped, you guys. The pulse was not there. You should have ran a long time ago over here.
Raven, this isn't the...
And it was here?
I'm sorry, sometimes there is side effects and it goes beyond, but...
How are you feeling now?
It's a good question.
Come and join us over here if you can.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're glad to see that you're okay as well, and you look a little bit shocked. You go and sit back down over there and get a glass of water. Thank you, Raven. Right. Are you feeling okay now?
Thanks, God. A little bit weird, just the lights, but that's okay.
Well, as we said, it is a live show, and you're obviously shocked, Raven, then. What happened with you and her?
Well, you know, when I go in this position, it's like between a dream to a nightmare. You hear all kind of those things happening. I heard a lot of dogs. I don't know why I heard dogs. But sometimes you have those things into your mind. But in any case, it's kind of a thing, and I don't think I will do it again. It's dangerous. It's physiological,
but Uri,
and it's only for entertainment.
You've seen danger before What do you think of his performance?
Well, Guy, it looks to me that you're like a master in mind over matter control. Your demonstration looked and felt genuine, but if it wasn't, you still had me sitting on the edge of my seat. So, in conclusion, it was a breathtaking performance. I should actually call it heart-stopping.
We had breathtaking, but were you impressed?
Yeah.
I thought it was very intense, it was dramatic. I don't know if it was the right performance for this spot because of the time restraint, so I'm curious to see how the American public felt it.
Well, so far, I think the audience definitely thought it was good. Our masters have spoken, but it's you who ultimately has the final say. Do you think Guy is the phenomenon? Call 1-866-345-6703 or log on to NBC.com. Don't forget you can vote up to 10 times by phone and 10 times by web. Still to come, a mind-boggling performance involving the entire studio audience that is guaranteed to leave you speechless. Jan Bardi is next. Okay. We're back, and Raven is still, quote-unquote, completely freaked out.
Freaked out.
We're live. It's Halloween, and next on Phenomenon is a man who previously has tasted success in his native home of Belgium, but can he mentally conquer America? Meet Jan Bardi.
My name is Jan Bardi. I'm 45 years old and I'm from here, the old city of Leuven in Belgium. As an artist, what I offer is a dream. It's here that I did my first big stunt.
I correctly predicted the Belgian national election results.
So that really made a splash in the media. It got me so much attention that everyone wanted to see my acting in Belgium. That was the beginning of it all. What inspires me most is bringing out the child in adults. I think by living, we lose a sense of wonder that a child has. Basically, what I would like to do is push you to the border. Have I experienced something supernatural here or not? But I want to make you doubt.
All of our competitors are under extreme pressure this evening. We're live, and there's no guarantee that things will go as planned. We've already seen that. Focusing on the mental task ahead, it's Jan Bardi.
Tonight, we find a needle in a haystack. And the haystack are all the hundreds of matchboxes here in the audience. Hold them up, please, and keep them there. Each matchbox carries a unique number label. Show them to me. Now, all of you, please open your matchbox and remove most, but not all, of your matches. Then close your box again. Shandy, you will decide the one box I must find, the needle in the haystack. You're not on my payroll, we have never met before. That is a shame.
As long as you don't die on me, I'm good.
In front of you is that huge number label stack. Please pick up that stack. Show a few of those numbers to the camera, please, Shandy. Show a few. Great. Each number matches one of the boxes here in the audience. Now, please turn the entire stack number side down and give it a good random mix. Meanwhile, let us build that haystack. Everyone, at the count of 3. Aim for my head and throw. 1, 2, 3.
Crazy.
That is a nice haystack. All right. Shandy, I want you now to give your number stack a few good cuts. All right.
shaking.
Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Just put it on top. They say pendulums can find lost objects.
Right.
Let's see how that could work. Allow me to touch that random top number you got at. Here we go. Now the pendulum is loading. It's loaded now. Please, with your right hand, take that top number and hold it against your chest. I'll rid you of the rest. We don't need that anymore. And now, please, Shandy, allow me to invite you to the stage.
What do I do with the card?
You hold it there with your right hand.
Okay.
I give you a kiss.
Thank you. You didn't do that.
First, the pendulum will start to swing. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. The pendulum first will start to swing towards the box we seek. Hey, look, it does. Along that line. Okay, please follow me.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Along that line, I think, Shandy. Yep. Now next, it will start to circle when we're straight above the target. It's circling here. Let's kneel.
But which one? There's a few of them.
There's this one. It's circling here. Yes, that's clear signal. The pendulum says, this is the box we seek. Please, you pick it up and show the number to the camera. 256.
57.
257. And what was the number you chose?
256?
257.
That was totally at random. Oh my goodness.
Remember how everyone took out most but not all matches. My pendulum can count what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We might be here a while. Oh, something's happening.
Hey, what's this? It's circling at 5. It's circling at 5.
No way.
Shandy, pendulum says 5. One by one, on my hand, you count them.
You're like Rain Man with matches.
Oh. One by one, please. 1.
Uh-oh.
2.
3. 4. 5! Only 5!
It finds and it counts.
That was so good! Wow! That was so good!
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you all!
Ron, please put Shandy down. Come over here. Ron, you've flown over from Belgium to be part of this big show. Why is it important for you to win?
Well, I just want to know if mentalism, as I do it in Belgium, can really conquer the US, which is basically the country where mentalism was invented.
Let's go to Uri. Can he conquer the US?
Jan, you know, there is a quirky, eccentric quality about you. I love the way you use a pendulum as a tool for your mind. But hey, what are you doing here? Don't you realize that there is much more money in finding oil with a pendulum than performing on NBC here?
I'm not here for the money, Yuri.
Okay, I love the performance.
Chris?
Well, we all know that you can't find oil or water with any divine rod or anything like that. But I thought the effect and I thought the method for it was the most original that I've seen in the competition as far as effect and method.
Thank you, Chris.
Big praise indeed. Well, our masters have had their say. Now it's up to you. If you're convinced John is the phenomenon, call 1-866-345-6704 or log on to NBC.com. Voting will be open for 2 hours at the end of the show. Coming up, we ask, is it possible to communicate with the dead? Don't miss our next competitor make a startling paranormal connection with assistance from Raven Simone. next. This is Phenomenon. We're live. It's Halloween. Earlier tonight, Raven Simone was asked by our next competitor to choose an object from a selection of 100 items. Paranormalist Jim Callahan claims he will decipher what this object is with the aid of the spirit world. Meet the haunting Jim Callahan.
I started performing as a paranormalist probably when I was 18 years old. A lot of my work has to do with people's perceptions of reality and what happens to you after you die. Raymond Hill is a gentleman that passed over to the other side in 1980. I contacted him about a year and a half ago, and he's been working with me in various experiments. He initially used pendulums to communicate with me. Raymond will come back in 2045. I get the feeling that Raymond knows about his past lives because there's always been somebody like me linking up from the other side. There may be a way to punch a hole just briefly through to this other reality.
Jim is about to present a paranormal demonstration that some of you may find distressing. It is live, and sometimes things happen and sometimes they don't. Either way, he would like the audience to please remain completely silent. Here is Jim Callahan.
You're about to witness a form of spirit possession. Automatic writing is when a paranormalist allows somebody who has died to take possession of his or her body. The spirit communicates with the living in written form. In my case, it is the late author known as Raymond Hill who will communicate through me this evening. The linking process with Raymond is already underway. That's why I cannot communicate directly with you at this time. You've seen movies or pictures of seances with people sitting in a circle holding hands. This is done to contain the paranormal energy, to keep it in one place, to focus it. The ring of salt around me serves the same purpose as the circle of joined hands. In a moment, bells will chime. It is the signal to Raymond and I to initiate the final step of the linking process. It was decided that Raymond would prove his presence by communicating some piece of information that I could not possibly know. Out of 100 items, one has been randomly selected in private and sealed into a box filled with salt. I have had no contact with the box during or after the selection of the object. It has not been tampered with in any way. If all goes well, Raymond will identify the object. When the tone sounds, the box will be opened, breaking the connection between Raymond, the box, and myself.
Raven. What did you put in the box?
A little toy car, an orange one.
I'm sorry. It's easier to read Raymond's writing in the mirror. It says metal, rectangle, 4 wheels,
it metal?
Yeah, it's metal, and it's rectangular and has 4 wheels.
Ladies. I appreciate. Thank you for the entertainment. I hope you enjoyed the entertainment I provided this evening. And I hope it gives you something to remember for the rest of your lives. I thank you. I'll put my hand on your shoulder.
Jim, you're probably the most controversial person here in the competition. What do you feel about the people that are non-believers who say that this isn't real?
I am also a skeptic. This is America. I think people should make up their own minds on what they believe and what they think. So that's it.
Well, let's see what Raven thinks. Raven, you seemed shocked again.
Yes, I've been around that box the whole entire time I picked it out. I have not seen one person pass by it or whatever and whatnot. The door was locked right by. I don't understand.
And no previous rehearsal or conversation?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Thank you very much. Okay, Uri, obviously a very physically demanding performance. What do you think?
Jim, your display of supernatural powers is very controversial, but very convincing. I want to believe that there is a Raymond on the other side. Besides, there is a flare of honesty about you that brings credibility to what you say. Very interesting act.
Chris, I've just got to know you over the last couple of weeks, but I can see you're itching to say something here.
I just think it's comical, quite frankly. Before I even move ahead here, I'll invite Uri and your friend Raymond right now. I have 2 envelopes here. I will give you $1 million of my personal money right now if either one of you can tell me specific details of what's... Now, don't tell me about the energy or that it's not the right time,
man,
but just tell me what's in here right now. Tell me right now what's in the envelope.
I find you an ideological bigot. That's what I find.
What's in the envelope
you
right now.
claim.
Tell me what's in the envelope. Tell me what's in the envelope. Don't give me all this bullshit. Tell me what's in the envelope. Tell me what's in the envelope. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Tell me what's in the envelope. Right here.
Guys.
Listen to me. See, bro. Wait a minute.
Okay, it's a live show. This is not planned. We'll see you after the commercial break. Stay with that. If you were with the show before the commercial break, you'd be forgiven if thinking it was Jerry Springer. This is actually Phenomenon. We're back. We're live. The debate rages on. Who will become the Phenomenon? If you believe Jim Callahan should stay in the competition, call 1-866-345-6705 or log on to our website at nbc.com. Voting starts at the end of the show. Coming up, a mental murder mystery, but first, we're checking in with A&E's Mind Freak's Criss Angel. It was 81 years ago on Halloween that the legendary Harry Houdini died. Here's Criss Angel with a tribute to the man and his magic.
Houdini made an incredible impact in society because it wasn't about the escape or the tricks that he performed. It was the emotional connection that he had with his public.
From humble beginnings, the Hungarian immigrant's incredible drive and unparalleled stage presence soon made him the biggest star in the world.
Houdini was part daredevil, part athlete, part magician, part escape artist. He was a master showman, and he was, more than anything, a master at getting publicity.
Known for his death-defying escapes and illusions, perhaps Houdini's most famous act was his upside-down straitjacket escape.
He actually performed it for up to 50,000 people. It was kind of street magic for his day. I performed it in Milwaukee. I was 100 feet upside down and actually beat the master's record in half the time. And then I wanted to figure out, how could I take this and just ramp it up? If Houdini were alive today, what would he do? I went to Mexico, went into a straitjacket, got dragged by my ankles from a speeding boat. It's really important to pay homage to the people who really put an art that I'm in love with on the map.
Because of his boundless imagination and unbelievable showmanship, many of his contemporaries have likened Chris to Houdini.
Are you ready?
This is old school. This is Houdini style, man. The Metamorphosis was one of his signature pieces, and now it became one of mine. I do a lot of different demonstrations on Mind Freak, inspired by Harry Houdini. Whether it's Submerge or it's the wine barrel, I'm excited to keep what Houdini did alive for audiences to enjoy today. Halloween marks the death of Houdini, 81 years after his passing. His legacy lives. He still remains synonymous with the art of magic.
Fascinating to see the power Houdini still has. Bliss, we can clearly see that Houdini is a big hero of yours. Is there anything that you'd like to attempt that he has done that you haven't done so far?
Well, I continue to try to push the boundaries and, you know, raise the bar with the demonstrations that I do each and every week on A&E Mind Freak, and I will continue to do that in my new season 4 coming up soon on A&E.
I'm really tempted to ask what is in that envelope, but I won't. Now, like Chris, many of our competitors are not afraid of taking risks. But there is one stunt that even these guys won't dare to try. The bullet catch. One of the most deadly performances of all time. Many have suffered its fatal consequences. Just take a look at this.
Imagine standing in the path of a speeding bullet. Imagine catching that bullet not in your hand, but in your mouth. The words "do not try this at home" have never rang more true than with the world's deadliest and most infamous demonstration, the bullet catch. More than 24 performers have met their end while attempting this phenomenally dangerous effect. Houdini himself refused to perform the bullet catch, believing it too risky. While the method behind this madness is not known, many believe the bullet catch carries with it a curse.
Well, that's certainly something you would never want to try. Our next competitor has a mental murder mystery that he is determined to solve. It's Mike Super.
I get asked all the time if my real name is Mike Super, and the truth is my real name was Johnny Von Awesome. And I felt that was too much. I am a mystifier. The first time I saw something impossible, I needed to know how it was done, and that began a lifelong obsession. My parents both have passed away. My mom was my biggest supporter. My dad, on the other hand, like most fathers, can be really, really critical. I did a show where I got a standing ovation and my dad was there. That was really, really special to me. So to see him, you know, very proud. I feel like I'm carrying a torch that both my parents lit. In a career where creating the impossible is possible.
Coming up, don't miss Mike Super as he solves a mental murder mystery with shocking consequences. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're live, and what an explosive Halloween it's been so far. The pressure is on right now for our next competitor. Remember, there are no camera tricks and definitely no prior rehearsals involving our studio audience or celebrities. He's about to perform the ultimate mind game, determined to leave you mystified and become the phenomenon. It's Mike Super.
Well, thank you, Tim, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, America. My name is Mike Super, and before we went live tonight, I had a premonition of a fictional murder. What I did was I rolled it up into a scroll to keep it mysterious. I placed it in a clear plexiglass bank tube I stole from my drive-through bank teller back home. And they are very easy to get. You just take your deposit slip and go. I took that tube, screwed the lid on, making it airtight, and I locked it in the box that is hanging, isolated, in full view of you, the audience. The keys to that box are right here, Ross. I'm going to ask you to join me on stage. Give Ross a little of your energy. Bring him up here.
Thank you.
How are you, Ross?
I'm well.
All right. No, we're not fighting.
No,
we're not
yet.
fighting.
Okay.
Okay. Ross, do me a favor. Hold on to those keys. You're going to keep track of the keys as well as some information.
Okay.
All right? Hold on to that marker. Don't write anything until I tell you where to write it.
Okay, cool.
You see, in America, there are many famous murders. Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Charlie Manson. Tonight, we're going to create our own famous murder with you, the audience, and we're going to do that using their names. We're going to select people at random. If your name is Ted, John, or Chuck, I want you to please stand now. If your name is Ted, we'll even take a Charlie. Yes? Yes? Okay, we're going to need 3 of these people, Ross, to ensure for America that this is random. You select any of the people standing in front of us here. It's your choice.
Well, I like purple, so you, sir.
All right, purple guy, remain standing. Remain standing where you are. 2 more, quickly, Ross.
2 more. How about Stripey right here?
Yes, Stripey.
And way back there in the back, the black shirt.
The gentleman in the black
Yes.
shirt. People that weren't named by Ross, please sit down. Thank you very much. In unison, the gentleman in the back, please remain standing. Remain standing. You 3 are our random witnesses. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to create a murder mystery, and we're going to figure out who done it. A foreboding sound. We're going to go to the witnesses. We're going to go to this gentleman first. What is your first name, sir?
John.
John, I need you to name any random object in your home. Any random object, quickly.
Dresser.
A dresser. Tonight's murder weapon will be a dresser. Do me a favor, Ross, right on this line, dresser. Thank you. Have a seat, sir. Let's go to the gentleman in the back. What is your name?
Ted.
What is it?
Ted.
Ted. Ted. Very nice. Ted, tonight there was a horrible murder with a dresser. I need to know where that murder occurred. Strangely enough, Ted, that murder occurred the most exotic place you have ever went on vacation. Where is the most exotic place you have ever been on vacation? Quickly.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Please have a seat. Do me a favor, above dresser, right? Hawaii, Ross. And last...
Will you remind me how to spell Hawaii? Is it
A-I? Double I.
Okay,
Very
good.
nice,
Just wanted to
Ross.
make sure.
Finally, we have our last witness. You, sir, had no idea you would take part tonight, correct? Be honest for America.
Not a clue.
Very good. What is your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie, do me a favor. Tonight, in Hawaii, there was a murder with a dresser. I need to know who our murderer is. Strangely enough, the murderer happens to be your favorite celebrity, one who is not present tonight. Who is your favorite celebrity?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Please write down Tom Hanks. Have a seat. Give our witnesses a big round of applause. Very nice. Ross.
Yes.
Tonight it was Tom Hanks in Hawaii with a dresser.
I knew it.
Which almost makes sense. Ross, you have an important part here tonight. We need a time of death. I'd like you in this final spot to write down a time of death. Do that now, please.
Okay.
3:13. Very mysterious. Give Ross a round of applause.
Thank you.
Hand me that marker, Ross.
Right.
Hand me those keys.
There you go.
And come stand right over here. This box has been isolated in full view since the break. We're going to bring it in, Ross.
Okay.
Because tonight you are here to make sure everything is on the level. All right.
Nice box.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, sir. Now, the lock was still intact. Yes. I'm going to release the box from the wire and take one step back. Because tonight, remember, I told you, I made a prediction on a scroll in a clear plexiglass container. I don't want to touch it. I don't want anybody to think I could do any funny business. I will unscrew that, remove the scroll, hold it high into the air, sir. Because tonight, Ross, you could have named anything. Our witnesses were chosen at random. They named our murderer as Tom Hanks. Before the show, I made a prediction. Check it out. It will be Tom Hanks.
Did you?
Wait, Ross, wait. I predicted it would take place in Hawaii.
How did you know that? Stop it.
But wait,
Ross, wait.
Wait
a second, wait. Even though it made no sense to me before the show, I wrote down a prediction. I wrote down, it will be done with a dresser. Ross, wait a second. Ross, you're going to love this part. You're going to love this part. You picked a random time, yes? Ross, you could have named anything. You named 3:13. If you check it out, I wrote down something about the time. For the time of death, the truth will be in their hands. It's a riddle. All murder mysteries have a twist, Ross, and this is ours. You see, unbeknownst to the audience before the show, I made a prediction on their human bodies. You see, at a crime scene, not all of the evidence is visible. Sometimes they have to bring out the UV light. Everybody in the audience, hold their hand out towards Ross and concentrate on their hands, Ross, and take a look. You'll see literally in UV ink on the entire audience's hands. 3:13. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This case is closed.
Thank you. Sherlock Holmes. Let's check in with Uri and Chris. That's amazing. Uri, what did you think of that performance?
Look, you've got a great name. You have also stage presence, but it didn't. The whole act did not mesmerize me. To me, it looked like a big party, a kind of a.
That's what I'm about.
Okay, I
He's
understand.
a party guy,
but it was over the top.
Chris, what did you think of his performance?
You didn't claim you had psychic ability.
I
First
don't.
off,
I don't.
I think you're very likable. I thought you were entertaining, a hell of a lot more entertaining than the previous act.
Thank you, Chris. Succinctly put it, it's up to you, America, to choose the phenomenon. If you believe it to be Mike, call 1-866-345-6706 or log on to NBC.com. You can vote up to 10 times by phone and 10 times by web. Voting starts at the end of the show. Coming up, the search to find America's great mentalist continues. Stay with us. Anything can happen. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're live. The question as to who will be the phenomenon has certainly caused controversy tonight. Next week, 3 competitors must leave the competition. If you think you witnessed America's next phenomenon tonight, you must vote. The lines are now open. Here's a look back at tonight's incredible performances with all the voting details you'll need.
See, 1 month ago to the day, I made a prediction. I want you to draw the image right here. And by the way, it doesn't matter if your artwork is good or bad.
This is what you call an extreme prediction.
Yeah. What did you draw? Here's your answer.
What we're about to do is extremely dangerous. I'm going to place it here in one of these bases. I want you to remember where you leave the knife. Got it.
I will try to die tonight for your pleasure.
We find a needle in a haystack. They say pendulums can find lost objects. Show the number to the camera. 257.
That was totally at random.
It was decided that Raymond would prove his presence.
A little toy car.
Metal, rectangle, 4 wheels. I thank you.
I had a premonition of a fictional murder. 3:13. For the time of death, the truth will be in their hands. Everybody in the audience, hold their hand out towards Ross. Entire audience's hands. 3:13 is closed.
Astonishing performances tonight, planned and unplanned. Voting is now open for 2 hours. Remember, you can vote up to 10 times by phone and 10 times by web. Which 3 competitors will be leaving? Find out next Wednesday on Phenomenon at 8/7 Central. Until then, ask yourself this: is the impossible possible. Good night and happy Halloween.